This was supposed to save The Bachelorette, but instead, it might end up exposing the entire franchise. Because just days before the premiere, everything around Taylor Frankie Paul is spiraling. And the real story here isn't just the drama, it's why she was cast in the first place. And once you see the full picture, it starts to look a lot less like a coincidence, and a lot more like a calculated risk that blew up. But let's start with what ABC thought they were doing. Taylor wasn't a random choice. She came with something the franchise desperately needed: attention. She already had a built-in audience from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. She's constantly trending, and more importantly, she's unpredictable.
So back to being in an open relationship, Tate and I kind of opened those doors, and we had people in and vice versa. To make it clear, again, I'm speaking in gray. He never fully went, I don't know what you would call it if it's soft swinging, but you don't fully switch, if that makes sense, and go all the way. And to be honest, we had an agreement, all of us, and I did step out of that agreement. And that's where I messed up, and obviously I'm losing everything that I have, so that is true. No one was innocent. Everyone has hooked up with everyone in the situations. And I was going around hooking up with my friend's husband. It was we were at a party, I got belligerent, and we went and messed up by ourselves rather with the whole group, if that makes sense. And we spent a lot of time together. We were intimate on several occasions. It sucks that I have to admit this because it's not probably no one really wants to admit that they're involved in something like that. There was also sneakiness going on with that. It wasn't just me and this other person that had feelings for each other and messed up. There were other things, other people had feelings, and it's hard because I can't spill everything without tearing everyone down or coming out with all of it. No one's innocent in this situation. I guess people are just trying to say they had nothing to do with the situation, and they did. There was other parties of it that said that they had feelings, and then it was a big blow up. So then I got dropped because we weren't honest about people having feelings, if that makes sense.
And reality TV loves unpredictable because messy gets clicks, messy gets conversations, and messy keeps people watching. So from a network perspective, Taylor wasn't a gamble. She was a strategy. The problem is, that strategy may have worked a little too well. Because the timeline of everything happening right now is raising serious questions. While filming The Bachelorette, fans were already noticing that Taylor didn't seem emotionally detached from Dakota. In fact, reports say she was still with him the night before leaving to film. And then somehow, she finishes the show engaged. But just 1 month later, that engagement is over. Now, people aren't just confused, they're questioning the entire journey.
I don't know if they would necessarily do a reunion or if there's one in the works right now, because my understanding is hit the fan over there and everything's on pause. There's no filming, everything's down until they figure out what's going on. And I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that, because I think people know about it now, but I just hope they figure this stuff out, because they're all great, love them so much. And I would love to co-host, but I think that you guys would know, it would probably be too distracting, because I would be sitting there crying and be overwhelmed and wouldn't know who to look at and just feel kind of out of place.
Because how do you go from finding love on a show to ending it that fast, unless something off camera was never resolved? And that's where things start getting messy. Because shortly after filming Wrapped, reports started surfacing about a situation involving Taylor and Dakota that's now being looked into. Details from different sources don't fully match, and both sides are reportedly pointing fingers. But here's the part that really shifted everything. Production on Mormon Wives was suddenly paused. Not slowed down, not delayed, completely paused. And according to multiple reports, some cast members didn't even want to continue filming around her. So now this isn't just personal drama anymore.
Now it's being reported that Taylor Frankie Paul allegedly choked Dakota with a necklace. Dude, these allegations just keep getting worse. TMZ says that sources close to the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives production tell TMZ Dakota and Taylor were spending time together at his place when they started fighting about Dakota's romantic past, namely his hookup with Shania. We're told it got physical as Taylor allegedly choked Dakota with his necklace and grabbed his throat and face, and this happened with their son Ever in the room. One source says that Dakota even called police that night, but the new Bachelorette star convinced him to change his story and tell the cops all was good. She apologize and even returned to Dakota's home the following night. However, that night also went south too. Taylor allegedly scratched his neck during a second night of fighting and chucked his phone against a wall. We're told a friend of Dakota's saw his neck the next day and called police. Responding officers interviewed him, and we're told they also saw proof of injuries. Then TMZ says that Taylor Frankie Paul sources have a different version of events, and the sources with direct knowledge say Dakota was the primary aggressor during a recent car ride with Taylor, but other production sources have negated that allegation, saying she was physically abusive to him. Earlier, TMZ had reported that both Taylor and Dakota were ordered to get psych evaluations. However, sources close to Dakota say no such test has been ordered for him. It's so much he said, she said, I really just don't even know what's going on.
It's affecting entire productions. But the fallout didn't stop behind the scenes. It started leaking everywhere. Because at the same time, spoilers about her Bachelorette season started spreading online. Claims that she got engaged, claims that she ended it, even alleged receipts of her still being in contact with Dakota right after filming. And whether all of that is true or not, it created one major problem for ABC. The mystery is gone. For a show like The Bachelorette, suspense is everything. Who does she pick? Does it last? Is it real? But now, viewers feel like they already know how it ends. And when that happens, people don't watch for romance anymore. They watch for the chaos. And brands definitely notice that shift. Because right as all of this is unfolding, reports come out that Taylor has already started losing partnerships. Companies distancing themselves, saying she no longer aligns with their image. And the timing couldn't be worse. This is all happening right before the premiere. Which leads to the biggest question of all. How did it get this far? Because this isn't the first time Taylor's personal life has made headlines. Past incidents were already public, already documented, already part of her story. And now there are claims that producers may have overlooked some of those red flags during casting. Not because they didn't know, but because they wanted what she brings: attention. If that's true, then this isn't just about Taylor anymore. It's about whether the show prioritized ratings over stability. And now they're dealing with the consequences in real time. Because despite everything, the headlines, the backlash, the reports, the show is still set to air. Taylor is still doing press. She's showing up, saying it's a heavy time, but pushing through. And the audience? Completely split. Some people are still planning to watch, curious to see how it all plays out. Others feel like the entire season has already been overshadowed before it even started. So now the question isn't, will she find love? It's, what are people really tuning in for? Because at this point, this season of The Bachelorette might not be about romance at all. It might just be about watching everything unravel in real time. And honestly, that might be exactly what the network was counting on. But whether that strategy pays off or completely backfires, we're about to find out.
Gosh,
Nothing.
she's hammered.
And so is he.
I'm sober.
But don't say about me.
How about
Taylor,
how
stop.
about we separate
Taylor,
for now?
you need to just calm down.
You don't
Hey,
have me.
hey, stop.
Taylor, stop.
Stop.
Just
We're not doing this.
Okay, but he threw me out in the garage.
No, because she is attacking the crap out of
You
you.
threw me in the garage.
Okay, stop.
crying.
Okay.
You can just
Okay,
go
okay.
that way.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to talk to you.
Okay.
All I've been trying to do for the last hour and a half has been to leave. I mean, I'm just being bombarded, stealing my keys. She's jumping on my truck, slamming my doors. Like I think my
So
truck
is that
doors.
your white truck?
Yeah, I think my truck doors broke. Like she's on top of my truck, jumping. Like, dude, I can't even believe what just happened.
You want? Let's go look at your truck.
Kind of just lost its words. I was trying to explain this, so she's going through a lot right now. Yeah, with her divorce and stuff. I think that's just been really hard on her, and she hasn't done any therapy.
And that's a different relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that wasn't that long ago, so it's very fresh. So we got in a relationship really pretty soon after her divorce, and so that's why it's been hard. It's just been a lot, I think, for her.
Okay. I'm home. She starts getting angry.
Yeah.
Because you're saying that you're wanting to go home.
Yeah, well, I was trying to just take her inside. I was trying to help her in. I was like, let's go. You need to go inside. And I think she was saying something that she wanted to go party still. I'm like, no, you can't. Yeah, and then I went inside because I was finally just she was not coming out. So I was like, hey, well, and she said her parents were in here. So I was like, oh, perfect. I was like, I'm going to go.
Are they actually in there?
No, they weren't. It was, I don't know, her niece or something like that. I don't know. And so I went in there and was gonna get them. I'm like, hey, Taylor's drunk. You come get her or something.
Are they coming over?
No, they already left. They were house sitting for her, watching her kids.
Oh, okay.
And then she came flying in, and that's when she was like freaking out on me in front of them. And I'm like, whoa, what?
And what was she saying?
Oh, crazy stuff. I don't know. I think she was like, I don't even know what she was saying. I don't know, something about her phone. She was going off about her phone, and then she chucked her phone at me. And then, or no, she threw it on the ground. Boom! And then, I'm trying to think, damn, everything happened so fast.
Do you want to throw that on real quick?
What's up?
I just want to be able to talk to you without you two bickering at each other.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, go ahead, like, you can sit or whichever.
Okay.
So, what's your name?
Taylor.
Taylor. I'm Officer Rubebrecht with the Harriman Police Department.
Okay.
The neighbors called in, saying they heard a bunch of yelling and
Okay.
screaming.
Sorry.
Your last name, Paul.
Yeah, I'm emotionally hurting, I guess.
You're what?
I'm emotionally hurting. I'm not physically hurting. I'm emotionally hurting.
Okay. So your last name is just Paul?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't care. I pushed him. I hit him. He pushed me. I don't know what to say about it.
You went out on a girls' night. You said that, right?
Yeah, he came pick me up from girls' night.
And then what happened?
And he was me out the whole way home.
So when you describe that to me, about what?
I guess having fun with the girls. And he was going to a concert, but he was like, we're not going to a concert now. And he came home. And then we were fighting. And we were fighting at each other. And then I was going at him, I guess hitting him. And then he pushed me into the kids' stuff. And then I went ballistic because they pushed me so hard. And then I fought back, and then we were just fighting, and I just want him out.
Where did the kids go?
My son's right there, and then my son's up sleeping because we had my family member that was babysitting.
She is struggling. Adding alcohol to that, just like tonight, for a prime example, like, just explodes.
Is this all from tonight?
Yeah, dude. I mean, bro, I can't even tell you the stuff that just happened.
Is any of this property yours?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I think my finger's broken, dude. Like, my I don't know. Is there a bump there? Oh, because that hurts so bad.
No, Taylor, okay.
Hey,
Get
Taylor,
out of my house.
when I told you how this was going down,
Wait.
okay, we're trying to keep you
I just need that. So that thing hit me in the side. She was launching those metal chairs at me. Left and right. I mean, put a hole in the wall. Like, I was actually a little bit scared for my life there because they're heavy as shit. And her daughter's right there on the couch. So I'm freaking out about that. One of the chairs did hit her a little bit. And then I was trying to help her, and she was still going after me.
All I know is that I was so scared that I peed my pants. He pushed me into it. I reacted, sure. I threw it at him.
Okay. What about all the metal chairs here and the...
I threw them at him. Yeah, I was scared.
Why?
I was scared.
About what?
Him. He's fighting back. I peed my pants because I was so scared of him in my garage. He pushed me into the wooden thing, so I reacted. I threw the wooden thing at him, and when he came in, I threw everything else at him. I was scared.
Okay. I can talk to you more about it.
That's fine, but I'm just scared why. I'm going to do I'm going to hold the soccer now.
Yeah. You can just give me a second.
I'm going to do my thing, so why am I under arrest? So you're going against his word against mine, correct?
It's based on the evidence that I'm seeing at here tonight.
What's your evidence? Just curious.
Just all the stuff on the ground and you throwing things at him and all that.
Are we allowed to ask him, or is that not allowed? Because
What do you mean by asking?
Because when he sees this, he's not going to agree to it.
Or,
I'm allowed to ask questions?
yes, you can.
Okay, so can we ask him?
Yeah, I did talk to him, and I told him how tonight was going to go. And,
So that's fine.
he understood. He was very, upset about it. But,
What is he upset about? So I'm curious how I pissed my pants tonight and I'm getting under arrest. I guess. Can you help me with that?
I think part of that could be, there's a lot of factors about that.
What is it?
But the main thing.
Can I tell my mom and dad? And him?
If you want, I just don't want to traumatize your kids.
Okay,
That's
my
my
kids
biggest
are
concern.
asleep, so can we talk to
No,
them?
your daughter's in the living room.
Can I talk to Dakota then?
That's probably not a good idea.
Can't I just go to court? Don't I have to go to court regardless now?
Yeah,
So can't I just tell him once I get there?
you can, and it's just this is a way of documenting it tonight, fresh, how you remember it,
I
rather
just
than.
suck at writing. I can't. I just know I'm gonna butcher